right. Let's find our seat. Sit up nice and tall. Please have 2 blocks if you have them. If not, no worries. Just put them towards the front of your mat. We'll use them later. Sit up nice and tall. Let the eyes begin to close if that feels right to you. Start to welcome your awareness into this moment. Just noticing how you feel, not even changing anything, just being present. And if anything feels off or difficult or hard, then just extend a little compassion to yourself. That is really what's needed most. And then begin to welcome a fuller breath in and a more complete breath out. Let the breath move deep down into the belly. Really feel the breath as it moves in. And then as it moves out, let the belly button melt back towards the spine. You can pull it back a little bit more and exhale slow and soft. We'll take 2 more mindful, gentle breaths. As you exhale, try to release any gripping in the jaw or the shoulders or anywhere else. And on your next breath in, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Really feel the left hand touching the right hand touching the left hand. And then let the heart lift up towards the thumbs, the shoulders roll back. Let's take a nice cleansing breath together to unite as one and begin our practice. Big full inhale. Audible letting go, make some noise, exhale. Stretch the fingers up towards the sky, let the hands separate, create like a funnel above you. Spread the fingers wide, take a nice full breath in as you receive and gather whatever it is you need. And then gently let the hands float down by your side. When the fingertips touch the earth, just feel the fingertips on the earth. And then lengthen up through the spine. Float the left arm to the sky, big inhale. Reach it over with the exhale. The bottom arm will drop down, and the elbow will lift, dropping the shoulder. Maybe roll that top shoulder open, maybe look past the elbow, get a little more movement in the neck. Breathe into that left armpit. Big inhale, reach the fingertips to the sky, and exhale, float that arm down. Feel that energy. Next breath in, float the right arm up. And exhale, reach it up and over. Check out what's happening with the left arm. Can you relax the shoulder, bend the elbow a little. Good, roll the top shoulder open. Look past the elbow if that feels okay. Take a nice full breath. And reach the fingertips to the sky and release down as you exhale. Roll the shoulders up, big breath in, press them back, melt them down with your breath out. Sweep the arms up with a full inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to clasp the hands, take it to the back of the head. Gently press the head into the hand. We're not dumping the head back, we're just kind of supporting the head. Let the elbows go as wide as they'll go comfortably without letting the shoulders pull up. Try to keep shoulders relaxed down. It can be a little challenging. And then lengthen through the spine. Here we're going to take a big belly breath. So inhale, feel the belly expand. As you exhale, pull the belly back towards the spine and just start to move to the left a little bit. Not as far as you can possibly go. We're just moving into a gentle twist, but just a little bit. And then inhale, full expansive belly. As you exhale, pull the belly button back towards the spine and twist a little deeper. Let that belly button be pulled back towards the spine. Support your twist. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, pull the belly button back towards the spine and twist a little deeper. Take a nice full breath there. Big inhale, big exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly unwind, come back through center. Let's relax the arms down. Sit up tall, take a nice full breath in and out. Notice what you notice. So that's a twist using your strength to support the spine instead of using the hands on the ground to drive you in deeper. Let's breathe in, sweep the arms up. As we breathe out, find cactus arms, squeeze shoulder blades together, open the heart. Inhale, reach the fingertips to the sky. We'll clasp the hands, send the heels of the hands towards me, round the spine. Nice full breath here into the back body. Inhale, heels of the hands to the ceiling, reach up. And as you exhale, just let the hands float to the back of the head. Press the head into the hands, the elbows go wide. Take a nice full breath in. As you exhale, pull the tummy in and start to open up to the right a little bit. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly pulls back, supporting you to twist a little deeper. Another full breath in, full breath out, twist a little deeper. Take another breath there. On the next exhale, we'll slowly unwind back through center. Relax the arms down. Sit up tall. Take a nice full breath in, let it all go with the breath out. Gently drop the chin to the chest. And we roll right ear to right shoulder as you breathe in. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. And just keep moving at the rhythm of your breath. Move around. Maybe you choose to find stillness, soften the jaw. And eventually lift the chin, come to the chest, and lift the head back through center. Beautiful. And sweep the arms all the way up. Clasp your hands, bring the hands down through center, and send the heels of the hands towards me around the spine and open up the back body. Big breath in, reach the heels of the hands to the sky. And exhale, release the hands down by your side. Beautiful. Big full inhale, roll the shoulders up, press them back, melt them down. Take the fingertips to the floor behind you. Squeeze elbows and shoulders together and lift the heart a little more. You might lift the chin if that feels safe for the neck. Nice full breath. Ground through the sitting bones, start to lift the torso back through center. We'll take the left leg, the right leg, sorry. Definitely one of those days. Flex the foot, ground through the heel, sitting bones root. Check in, notice if you're falling into the bent knee. If you are, you might put a little blanket underneath. And find that length in the spine. We're going to go ahead and hinge forward. So let's start with the hands behind you to find that length in the spine. Let the pelvis tilt forward, flex the right foot. Feel free to stay there or start to hinge forward. We're not looking to go as deep as possible. Just hinge a little bit and kind of explore, maybe shift from side to side a tad. And then maybe you drop in a little more. So this time the exhale is creating a letting go. Use your breath to drop you in deeper. So as you breathe in, you might give yourself more space. As you breathe out, find a release. Eventually, maybe the forearms come down, maybe not. Just be where you are. Tuck the chin a little. Maybe look from left to right, gently creating a little movement in the neck so you don't lock it up and grip. Just allowing another few breaths. Another breath here. Big inhale, big exhale. Ground through the hands, tummy pulls in to help lift you up. Using that core strength to support the spine, roll the shoulders back and melt them down. Take that straight leg, bend it, place the heel in front, sit up tall. You might scoot the other leg in, but keep your sitting bones on the ground. If you feel like you want to cross over and that feels doable and comfortable in your body right now, feel free. Left hand to right knee, right arm sweeps up. We're going to draw a big rainbow and then open the heart to the right. Reach the fingertips as far back behind you as you can until they reach the ground. And then lengthen through the spine and exhale. Try not to push or pull. Relax the shoulders. And just breathe into the spine. Let that soften and let go a bit. Nice full breath. Let the gaze go to the back wall. And with a big inhale, sit up tall. As you exhale, slowly unwind back through center. As you arrive in center, we're going to take the hands over to the left. Place the hands down. Root those hands down. Find where your feet are touching the ground. You're going to pivot on that area, but your feet are never going to leave that spot. So here we go. We're going to send our bums up into the air. Show me your bum. Walk the hands over to the left. All the way to the left. And then keep spiraling until your bum hits the ground again. And then you probably have to kind of fix yourself because it doesn't ever land the way it's supposed to beautifully. Sometimes it does. So just get yourself back into that situation, but give yourself a moment to kind of wiggle out the hips, making sure both sit bones are on the floor. You might even have to come out completely. And then the right leg is bent, left leg is bent on top. And again, it could be in front of the head. Lengthen up through the spine. If that was not an easy thing for you, don't sweat it, let it go. Maybe it was a little fun. We'll lengthen up, big breath in, big breath out. Let's take the right hand to the knee. Left arm is going to sweep forward and up and open the heart to the left as you reach that arm to the floor. Pulling you across the midline, find a few breaths. Soften jaw. Send the gaze to the wall behind you if that feels like that. Breathe into the spine. Another full breath in, full breath out. Beautiful. Let's take a nice big breath in, sit up tall as you exhale, gently start to unwind. We'll take that left leg, the top leg, out to the side, straighten it. You probably have to pull the right knee out to the side a little wider so that your heel is in line with your heart. Hips are rooted down, flex that left foot, ground through the heel. Take the hands behind you, squeeze shoulder blades together, open up. Take a nice full breath in and out. And then start to take the hands forward. Remember, don't go as deep as possible. Just let yourself hinge in a little bit. Take a few breaths. And slowly, as you begin to exhale a little longer, a little softer, you might melt in a little more. You might rock and roll a little from side to side. That feels right. These full breaths here. Might tuck the chin, turn the head from side to side to release the neck. It loves to grip. Check out what's happening with your left foot. Are the toes falling in? Can you reach them up towards the ceiling if they are? Take a nice deep full breath in and out. Ground through the hands, low tummy pulls in. We start to pull ourselves all the way up and out. Roll the shoulders when you arrive. Go ahead and lean back, take both legs out in front of you. We'll just windshield wiper. Gosh, I'm so sorry if you can hear my husband in the other room. He's talking louder than normal. I apologize if you can. And then go ahead and let's straighten the legs. Pull the flesh out from underneath. Lengthen up through the spine. Flex those feet. Pull everything in. So the thighs pull in, the calves pull in, the quads engage, tummy pulls in, heart lifts, crown of the head shoots up, shoulders roll back. You might use your hands down to create more length, but then bend the elbows so the arms can just be soft. Let the eyes soften. Take a nice full breath, feeling into your strength, into your stability, into your power. Nice full breath here. Let's find a big inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, reach those arms towards the ceiling above the toes. Relax shoulders away from the ears, so arms might even go wider. Let the heart reach, flex the feet, another breath. Feel free to stay like this and drop in deeper or relax the arms. That doesn't mean to round the spine. Try to keep the spine straight for right now. Use the floor if you'd like to pull towards you to create more length. Nice full breath here. You might walk the hands a little bit further. Let the tailbone reach behind you. Flex those feet. Now make an effort to press through the ball joint behind the big toe. And the pinky toe, let that kind of pull back towards you. Another breath in, another breath out. You might soften and drop in deeper. Walk the hands closer to the feet if that feels right. 2 more breaths. You need to root the hands down. Pull the tummy in. Let the tummy being pulled in lift you up. As you come up slowly, roll the shoulders, coming back into Dandasana. Big full breath in, full breath out. Good. Begin to cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And then we're going to bend the right knee, place the foot to the floor. I'm going to move myself forward. And if you're sitting on a blanket here, you might take yourself off. It's going to help. Take the hands behind you. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And then just lift the hips a little bit. Send them back a little bit and place them down. That helps to kind of move the flesh out of the way. Lengthen up. Flex that foot. Now you control this. The right leg, if this is too intense, just straighten it a little more. If you want to deepen it, bring the heel in a little more. But now, notice, did the whole back body round? If it did, lengthen up, pull the heart up, and then choose to place that right foot accordingly. Let's make some circles with this left ankle. And then the other direction. Flex the foot, lengthen up through the spine. Take another few breaths. You could always bring the right heel in closer if you want to drop in deeper. Just make sure your back is not rounding. Nice full inhale, full exhale. Begin to straighten the right leg. Left leg uncrosses. Dandasana, sit up tall, lengthen up through the spine. Notice what you notice in your body. Well, a lot of times when we come out of a posture, we notice other areas have sensation. That's because other areas are holding that posture for you. Shoulders, back, neck, all those places. Let's go ahead and cross right ankle over left thigh. Sit up tall, flex that foot. Start to lean back, bend that left leg to the place that feels right for you. Now, if you bend it and you're rounding, like I am now, roll your shoulders up, back, lift the heart, and then you might choose to move that foot away because it might be a little more intense. Let's make some circles with the ankle. And the other direction. My circles are looking more like diamonds right now. And then lengthen up. Nice full breath here, maybe 2 breaths. Maybe you walk the foot in a little more, maybe you pull it out. Let the heart reach up towards the shin. Awesome. And go ahead and let the left leg slide out. Release that leg, come back through center. Big full inhale, big full exhale. All right, one more thing while we're down here. We'll pull the flesh out again. Grab your blocks. And take the legs a little bit wide. You try to move back so you can see. And then put the blocks, and the legs don't have to be as wide as possible, especially because we're just getting started. Take the blocks on the low setting right inside the ankles. So hopefully you can see that on my screen. I think you could right at the bottom, right? Let's take the hands, sit up nice and tall. Okay. And then we're going to bring the hands to the heart. Let the heart reach up towards the thumbs. You might hinge back a little bit, but just make sure you're not rounding in the spine. Flex your feet to get those quads going. Pull the tummy in. And here's where the magic is. All right, left leg lifts. Bring it on the inside of the block and put it down. Lift, put it to the outside and put it down. Try to do this with straight legs as best you can. So keep the feet flexed so your quads are engaged. Keep the core engaged. Right leg lifts, bring it in and place it down. Lift, bring it out and place it down. Keep going. Left leg lifts and place it down. Good. Try to keep the legs straight. Try not to move in the torso. Keep going. We'll just do a couple more. We won't do a ton. Soften the jaw. If you're leaning forward, try to lift the heart and lean back just a little bit, not a lot. Try to smile. Okay. And then let's end on the right leg. Inhale, sit up tall, take your hands behind you, point your toes, open the heart. And as you exhale, flex the feet, take your hands forward and gently melt in. If you'd like, you can grab your two blocks since they're right there, stack them and use them to rest your head on any height. Allow a few deep, full breaths. Big full inhale, big full exhales. You need to root down through your hands, low tummy pulls in. You might move your blocks to the top of your mat. Use your hands to help your knees. Windshield wiper those legs. That little quad thing is courtesy of one of my teachers. I thought it was fun. I would share it. All right. Let's make our way around to tabletop, hands and knees. Spread the fingers. Round through the shins. Roll the shoulders back. Let's move through a little cat-cow. Really open up the clavicle as the belly drops. The chin might lift a little. And then exhale, round the spine. Keep going. Find your rhythm. Two more rounds. As you exhale, start to pull the hips back towards the heels. Let the toes come together. Melt into child's pose. As you melt into child's pose, let the fingertips stretch forward more. narrow a few deep, full breaths. Choose to maybe take the knees a little wider. Let yourself settle in a little deeper. You just gather what you need for your practice here. Begin to shift forward into tabletop. Bring the knees under the hips. Extend your right leg behind you. Let the toes go to the ground. Press the heel to the wall behind you. Try not to pipe up. Just lengthen the back of that right leg. And then we're going to shift forward. Keep those toes curled under as you just open up the foot a little bit. Check out what happens with your shoulders here. Can you roll them back? Let space be around the neck. And then shift the heel to the back wall again. Breathe. Come back to center. Engage. Ground down. Lift that right leg up. Keep the hips square. Pull the tummy in. Flex the foot. I'm going to bring the right knee to the right elbow. Pull the tummy in and then lift the knee away from the elbow just an inch. And then send it back. Let's do that one more time. Right knee to right elbow in that direction. If it's touching, lift the knee up wherever it is. And then send it back. And release that knee down. Go ahead and curl both toes under. Press the hips back towards the heels. A nice full breath. Inhale, come back up through center, release the toes. Left leg extends behind you with the toes on the ground. The heel presses to the wall behind you. Nice full breath here. Try to notice if the shoulders are rounding in, push them away from the ears. Go ahead and shift forward, toes are curled under, opening up the bottom of the foot. Breathe. And then press the heel back again. Nice full breath. Okay. Shift back through center. Lift the left leg, square the hips, pull the tummy in. Left knee, left elbow. Try to touch it. Wherever you are, lift the leg a little more to the side. And then send it back behind you. Okay. One more. Left knee, left elbow. Lift. And then press it back. And let that knee come down, curl the toes under. You might choose to sit on your heels here, roll the wrists a little, lift the knee a little low. I tend to have very weak wrists, so my wrists and hands always need a little low. Feel the energy in the bottom of the feet. Take a nice big breath in. And a big breath out. Take those hands back down. Uncurl the toes, give them a little bang to release that. And then right leg extends again. This time we flex the foot. Pull the tummy in, left arm might choose to extend as well. We're going to take the knee to the elbow underneath or knee to nose, and then don't just tap, but pull in and up. Pull the tummy in, and then extend. And this time we're going to bend that back knee and reach back for a little tap. Maybe you touch it, maybe you don't, it's okay. And then extend. Take it under again, pull in and up. And extend. And take it back. Tap it. And extend. And place it down. Good. Left leg extends, right arm extends. You can keep the right arm down, of course, too. Knee to nose or knee to elbow. Tap in and pull up. Extend. Take it back. And extend. Under. And extend. Take it back. And extend. And then release down. We're just going to take the hands forward a little bit and just find a couple circles with the hips. And pausing on the other direction. All right. Let's let the shoulders rest over the wrists. Bend the elbows just a little bit. Bend them a little more. And then take it all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra. This time, stay, breathe. Hands float up off the floor an inch. Another breath. And release down. You might rest on one cheek. And just take a nice letting go breath. Good. Stretch the arms forward. Arms face down. As you inhale, lift the head, lift the arms, lift the heart. As you exhale, bend the elbows back for cactus arms. Open the heart a little more. Feet and pelvis are rooted to the floor. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, take it down. Another breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, release. Go ahead, inhale, lift the head and the heart. Lift the arms. Just go ahead and slide the hands under your shoulders, elbows in by your ribs, and release down. Curl the toes. Press up through plank. Squeeze to the middle line. Press the earth away. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You got this. Another breath here. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Begin to bend the knees. Squeeze the glutes, inner thighs. Bend the knees more. Come up on tippy toes. Hips reach back. Slowly let the knees come down. Keep everything engaged as the shoulders come over the wrists and the knees hover in a hovering tabletop. Another breath. Release the knees down. Press back into child's pose. Take a nice big breath in and out where you are. Back up into your tabletop. Curl the toes under. Find those same muscles and float the knees an inch off the ground. So the trick here is to engage the muscles in the legs and the core to keep those knees safe and happy. Slowly send the hips up and back as the heels melt to the floor and the legs start to straighten. Nice full breath here. Begin to ground those feet. You might bend the knees. Walk the hands back towards the toes. Let the knees bend a lot. A nice deep bend forward fold. Release the head. Shake it yes or no. Ground down. Inhale, come up halfway. Take up space. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up. And hands to the heart. Take a nice full breath here. Ground through your left leg. We're going to lift the right heel. You might choose to stay here today. Find your drishti. Or lift the right knee. Flex the foot. 90 degrees is that right leg. One more breath. Gently, mindfully release that right foot down. Ground through the right leg. Lift the left heel. You might choose to stay right here. Or pull the tummy in and start to lift the left leg. Another breath. Release the left foot down. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, right through center, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, ground your hands, and walk them forward till you find your way into plank. As you get there, we'll lower down through your vinyasa. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. When you arrive in your down dog, extend your left leg behind you. Knee to nose, pull in and up. Send it back. Step that leg forward. Tilt it forward if it needs it, finding your low lunge. As you arrive, wiggle the hips and settle in a little bit without collapsing. Squeeze the inner thighs together, trying to lengthen the spine. Nice full breath here. You might take a low block to the floor or ground your hand to the floor. Left hand comes to the left hip. Pull that hip back. Spiral left shoulder over right. Glance down, make sure the left knee stays hovering above the left ankle. And then either stay there or float the left arm up. Nice full breath. Reach the fingertips to the wall behind you with the palm facing the same direction your heart is. Another inhale, another exhale. And release that hand down. Go ahead and move the block if you have it. Ground through the hand, step back plank. Squeeze to the middle line. Find your strength, your stability, your power. Move through your vinyasa your way. Find your way to down dog in your own time. As you arrive, extend the right leg behind you. And we'll take knee to nose, pull the tummy in and up. Go ahead and send it back. Step that leg forward, help it forward if it needs it. As you arrive, wiggle the hips a little bit to settle in. You might ground the left hand to the earth or a low block. Right hand comes to the right hip. Pull that hip back. Bring awareness to how much maybe it moves. Glance, make sure that knee is above the ankle. Roll the right shoulder over the left. Maybe that right arm reaches up. Try not to let the hip fling out again. And watch that knee. Nice full breath. Take the fingertips to the wall behind you. Palm faces the same direction your heart faces, so that top shoulder is open. And then go ahead and spiral it down and put your hands to the earth. Step it back. Plank. Vinyasa your way. Remember, you can always skip the vinyasas. Your way might be a child's pose or an express route to down dog. Take a nice full breath in and out. Left leg lifts. Stack the hips, bend the knee. Keep the shoulders square to the floor. Another full breath. Toes to the sky, square the hips. Step that left leg all the way forward, helping it forward if it needs it. Okay. And then we're going to walk the hands forward as far as we'll go. Right leg, instead of flinging it up or even bouncing up, let's squeeze the inner thighs together, ground through the left leg, and slide that right leg up to standing L. Square the hips, hold the tummy in, pull up and out of that left thigh. Another breath. Right foot steps to meet left. Forward fold. You might choose to clasp elbows here. Find your breath. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And hands come to the heart. Full inhale, full exhale. Feel the feet on the earth. And stretch the arms to the sky. As you exhale, take the hands to the low back, bend the elbows, clasp hands, palms touch or move towards each other. Then the elbows go in, then the shoulders go in, the heart opens. Nice full breath. If you start to take the knuckles down, keep the palms together, reach the elbows together, shoulders together to deepen. Nice big inhale, big exhale. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep all that good heart energy up and right through center, forward fold. Step back with the left leg. Back knee draws down, uncurl the toes. Yep. Squeeze the inner thighs, float yourself up. Palms together, bend the elbows so the thumb comes to the back of the neck. Elbows reach up, head drops back a little bit, tummy pulls in. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, float the fingertips up. Take the hands to the earth. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. Step it back. Plank. Move through your vinyasa your way. Beautiful. Wherever you are, keep those elbows in by your ribs. Release the space around the neck. And breathe. Taking a nice full breath in your down dog. Extend the right leg behind you. Stack the hips and bend the knee. Nice full breath here. Toes reach up towards the sky. Square the hips. Step the right leg all the way forward, helping it forward as it needs it. As you arrive into that low lunge, walk the hands forward. As far as they'll go, ground them down. And then start to really root into the right leg. Squeeze the inner thighs and start to drag that left leg up. Square the hips, pull up and out of the right thigh. Nice full breath. And release the left foot to meet the right. Forward fold, maybe clasp elbows. Tailbone might lift up towards the sky a little. Stay rooted in all the corners of your feet. And let go of the arms. Ground through the legs a little bend. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Hands to the heart with your exhale. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, and clasp them at the low back again. Palm to palm. Bend the elbows. Let's be really mindful here. Elbows squeeze in, shoulders squeeze in. And if the knuckles start to go down, you keep the palms together. Open the heart, pull the tummy in. Try not to jet the hips forward. Nice full breath. Elbows don't need to be straight. It's good for them to have a little bend even. Big inhale, big exhale. Ground through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, right through center, forward fold. Let's go ahead and step back with the right leg, low lunge. Let the back heel draw down, uncurl the toes. Squeeze and lift all the way up. Pull the tummy in. You might bend the elbows, take the palms together, thumbs to the back of the neck, reach the elbows up, pull the tummy in. Nice full breath here. Inhale, reach the arms up, place the hands to the earth. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. Step it back, plank. You've got vinyasa your way, whatever that looks like. Breathe. And breathe. You land in your down dog, take a nice full breath in and a full breath out. And extend the left leg behind. Again, stack the hips, bend the knee. Let the knee reach towards the ceiling and the heel reach towards your opposite glute. One more breath. We're going to take that left knee and bring it out wide. Shift forward. Try to tap your elbow. And then send it back again. Lift, three-legged dog, opening the hips. Good, one more time, knee out to the side. Try to tap that left elbow. And then send it back. Lift the hips, open them up. Toes to the sky, square the hips. Let's step that left leg forward. Settling in here. Ground through the feet. Float up for your high lunge. Cactus arms. Big breath here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Let's take them down, reach them forward. Pull that left hip back. Slowly lower the hands. Grab your blocks on the lowest setting underneath both hands. Okay. Once you're here, I want you to press through the hands. You have to almost find a little cat pose and float the left foot off the ground. Try to keep the knee up towards your chest. You got it. Lots of strength here. Pull that left leg back. Plank. Lower the knees. Press back. Keep your hands on the blocks, maybe. And let the head drop down, opening up the shoulders. Nice full breath here. Then start to lift the head and heart. Release the blocks to the side just a little bit. Take the hands under the shoulders. Roll yourself up. Roll the shoulders a couple times. Yeah. Take a nice full inhale and a full exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up, all the way up to you. And exhale, hands to the low back, round in. One more time, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the low back, round in. Inhale, lift the head, the heart comes to sit on the heels. One more breath. Take the hands forward, make your way into downward facing dog. Extend the right leg behind you, bend the knees, stack the hips. And we're going to take that knee to the outside of the right elbow. Shift forward. And then send it back. Three-legged dog, open the hips. And one more time, shift forward, knee to the outside of the elbow. And then take that leg back behind you. Extend the foot, the leg long, square the hips. Step that right leg forward. Low lunge. Grab those blocks, low setting. You know where we're going. We're working on that stepping forward. And then some. Press down through the hands. Let's pull that right knee into the chest, flip the foot. Really pull in and up, round the spine a bit. You got this. And then send that leg with control back into your plank. Lower the knees slowly. Press back. Release the head. Soften the shoulders. Nice full breath in, full breath out. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Roll up slowly. Roll the shoulders when you arrive, maybe a couple times if they need a little extra love. Feel the energy in your body. Notice where the energy is. A nice big inhale and big exhale. Drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Let the left arm move around a little. And bring it back through center. Opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Move the opposite arm around a little. And bring it back through center. Okay, come forward, move your blocks, and make your way back into down dog. Nice full breath here. Okay. Extend the left leg behind you. So same shape. I want you to bring that knee forward, pull the tummy in and up, and then step it forward. A little harder without the momentum. It's all about the core strength. Use that hand if you need it, it's fine. Once you arrive, when you take those hands forward again, slide the right foot towards the left and lift it. Pull up and out of the left thigh, square the hips. Take another breath. Release the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. As you exhale, hands to the heart, right knee into the chest. It always just lifts the heel. Another full breath here. Pull the tummy in. Take your hand to the right knee. We're going to guide it open to the outside. Yeah, so try to keep that 90 degree angle. Pull the tummy in. Another breath. Fine. You might release the hand. Another breath there. And then bring it back in and place it down. Nice big inhale. Big exhale through center. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, take it all the way back up. Hands to the heart. And let's ground through the right leg. I'm not mirroring you here. Flex your left foot, lift that heel. Pull the tummy in, lengthen up through the spine. Find your drishti. Start to take your left hand to the leg, open it up. Keep the tummy lifted. Maybe the hands come to the heart. Keep it lifted. Breathe. You got this. Go ahead and bring it back in slowly. And then release it down. Release the hands. Take a nice full breath in. And a full breath out. Sweep both arms up. Come through center, forward fold. Step back with the right leg. Back heel draws down. And we cartwheel up for warrior two. Settle into your warrior two a little bit. Nice full breath. You might even take palms up and the elbows. Open up the heart. Let the thumbs reach to the wall behind you to open up a little more. Look over the front fingertips. Check out what's happening with the legs. Back into alignment if you've lost that. Another breath. So reach the arms out, straighten the front leg. Take all 10 toes to the wide edge of the mat. And swan dive, forward fold up. There'll be a little bend in the knees. Good. Drop the head down, let the tailbone lift. Ground through the feet. Inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, I want you to walk the hands forward. Just a little bit, not as far as like a plank, but just forward maybe a foot. And then lift up on the balls of your feet, lift the heels. Put the weight into the hands and then pull the tummy in and lift up even more, coming to the tippy toes. And then plant those feet back down. And begin to melt the heart. It's like a wide leg down dog. You might have to walk the hands forward for your own alignment. Tuck the chin. Nice full breaths in, full breaths out. Pull the hips back. Inhale. I want you to come shoulders over wrists. Walk the hands forward even more. Take those shoulders over the wrists. We're coming in a wide plank. So make sure those hips are not lifted up. Feet are wide. Shoulders are back. Tummy pulls in. Another breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make sure those hips are not up. Yep, you got this. It's a plank, so the hips are same height as the shoulders. Now press through the hands, lift the hips, walk the hands back. Wide leg forward fold. Bend the knees, hands to the hips. Come up with a straight spine. Take a moment to realign here. Big inhale, big exhale. The left toes go forward, bend the knee. Nice deep warrior two. And we cartwheel down, back heel lifts. Step it back, plank. Either it's a vinyasa, it might be child's pose, might be straight to down dog. What do you need right now? Just full breath here. All right, as you arrive in down dog, extend the right leg behind you. We're going to pull that knee to the nose, pull in and up, and then use that core to keep that knee lifted as you step it forward. Help it forward if you need to, but give it a shot. Okay, let's walk the hands forward. Squeeze those inner thighs, grounding through the right leg. Left leg slides forward and up, standing L. Square the hips, pull up and on the right thigh. And then go ahead and step left foot to meet right. Forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Hands to the heart. Okay. As you arrive, take a nice full breath in and out. Grounding through the left leg, right knee lifts. Take it out to the side by itself. Another breath. Squeeze that outer hip and take it wider if you can. And then bring it back in. Cross ankle over the thigh and sit back into a reclined chair. Elbows can be on the knees or you can keep them lifted. Take another 2 breaths. Ground through the left leg, start to lift up, bring the right knee into the chest, and then step it out. Release the hands, take a nice big releasing breath. You might give the hips a little movement if that feels good. A little invisible hula hoop sometimes. And then ground through the legs. Let's inhale, stretch the arms up from right through center, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Then we reverse one dive right back up. Hands to the heart. Ground through the right leg. Left knee lifts. Hold the tummy in. Take the leg out wide. See if you can take it a little bit wider. Another breath here. Start to bring it in slowly. Cross ankle over thigh. Sit back into your reclined chair. Deep breath. Inhale, stand up tall. Bring the knee up towards the chest and step it out. Release the hands. Find your breath. Back into your body if you have left. And sweep both arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Sit back with the left leg. Back heel draws down. Make our way up to warrior two on the other side. Nice full breath here. You might take palms up, bend the elbows a little bit. Squeeze elbows in towards the back ribs. Take the thumbs more towards the wall behind you. And then send the gaze over the fingertips. Glance down, make sure that knee is in line with the ankle. Another breath. Stretch the fingers out long. Straighten the front leg, all 10 toes to the wide edge of the mat. We're going to swan dive down again, forward fold. Now this time we're going to walk all the way forward so that your shoulders are over the wrist. You might have to go further than you expect. And the hips drop down. So we're in a wide leg plank. Keep squeezing. Now, you could stay just like this. Or if you want more, ground into the left hand and take your right hand to your chest. And then release that right hand down. Ground through the hand, lift the left hand to the chest. And release that hand down. Go ahead and slowly walk your hands back, feet ground to the floor, and release in a forward fold. Shake the head yes and no here. Begin to bend the knees, come up halfway, hands to the hips, all the way up. Excuse me. Take your toes forward to the front edge of the mat, back into your warrior two. And we cartwheel down. Back heel lifts, step it back, plank. You've got your last vinyasa. We will all meet in child's pose, so you choose if it's a direct route or not. Nice full breaths. Big inhales, softer exhales. Begin to walk the hands over to the left. Really stretch out the right arm. Gently come back through center, walk it over to the other side, stretch out the left arm. Begin to walk it back through center. Eventually let the hands come under the shoulders, roll yourself up slowly. Sitting on the heels feels okay, do that, otherwise maybe a block between the heels. Sit up tall, feel your practice, just go inward. Don't go searching, just allow and be, breathe. Nice full breath in, full breath out. If you feel ready to let the hips fold to one side, shift the feet around to the front. You might take a block with you. You can place it between the legs. Squeeze that block as though it's covered in coconut oil. Round the spine, tuck the chin, pull the tummy in. Make sure this feels safe on your back. If not, come down how you need to. Come down nice and slow. When you come down, lift the knees above the hips, flex the feet. Pull the tummy in, press the low back into the floor, and then take your hands to your thighs or your quads. Press the hands into the legs into the hands, and feel that deep core line fire up. Maybe you shake a little bit. Another couple breaths. Keep that low back pressing into the floor. Good. And then release, bring the knees into the chest. Move that block and just rock and roll a little. We're going to let the knees fall over to the right as we come into a twist. So if you want something between the knees or underneath them, give that to yourself. Let the arms stretch wide from the shoulders. Breathe into that left armpit opening and the left shoulder relaxing to the support of the earth. Just allow 2 good breaths. Use that lengthy exhale to indicate to the body that it's time to prepare for rest and letting go. And full breath here. Pull the tummy in, pull the knees up towards the chest. We'll rock and roll. And then pulling those knees into the chest. Slowly let them roll over to the left as that right shoulder opens up. Keep the knees pulling in and up until they land to the ground or some blocks or blanket. And then let go. Back into the breath. Full breaths in and out. Let's fire up the core, bring the knees back to center. We'll just rock and roll a little. Remove any block out of the way, though don't put it far, we're going to use it. Place the feet to the floor, hands down by your side. Roll the shoulders under so the shoulder blades are flat to the floor. You take 2 moving bridges, ground through the feet and the hands. Squeeze those glutes as you lift the hips. Press down through the arms and the shoulders to open up the heart a little more. And then as you lower down, 1 vertebra at a time, use your core strength to give you some stability. And 2 more on your own, nice and slow and mindful. And last one. When the hips land to the earth, take a nice full belly breath. Big letting go, exhale. You might choose to grab a block, place it underneath your sacrum, so lifting those hips one more time. Place it under the sacrum, get comfortable. Feel free to hang out here in a restorative bridge. Drop the shoulders back. Maybe take the knees above the hips. Maybe let the feet float above the knees. Maybe you let the palms face up. And you just let your awareness rest on the rise and fall of the belly. We're looking for ease here, so if it takes some effort from your hamstrings or your core, then maybe let the knees be bent or even keep them on the floor. The feet on the floor. Allow yourself to let go of the feet. Just dance effortlessly. Just where you are. If you'd like to stay longer, feel free. We'll mindfully release the feet to the floor. Feel that connection. Ground the feet, lift the hips. You move the block. This is intentional movement. We're not just flopping off the block here. And lower down 1 vertebra. When the hips land to the ground, take a nice full breath in and out. You might bring the knees to your chest and give yourself a hug. Maybe taking the knees a little wider towards the armpits might feel good. When you're ready, let the legs grow long. Coming into Shavasana. However you need Shavasana to look to give you as much ease as possible. Do let the shoulders roll away from the ears. Let them float very flat to the floor. The palms face up if that works in your body. And the feet flop out. Take 1 big intentional breath and even bigger intentional exhale to release all effort and to embrace ease. Now is the time for letting go, surrender, allowing, and being. No more feeling. Just breathe and be with ease. I will let you know when it's time to come out. Begin to deepen your breath, just gently welcoming that breath in a little more intentionally. We feel the breath as it fills the body. Feel the breath as it leaves the body. Noticing that pause after the exhale. As you inhale a little more fully, send that breath all the way down your limbs. And as you exhale, notice the relaxed body. Use the inhale to bring some energy, life force, prana in. Let that inhale grow and expand to fill you up. And welcome some movement into the body, beginning to wiggle fingers, toes. And slowly moving into a bigger full body stretch as you feel ready. As you take that big full body stretch, you might bring the knees to the chest and roll a little, eventually rolling over to one side. And when you get there, take a moment to feel the support of the earth underneath you and remind yourself that you are supported and you are in your truth. Always supported to honor your truth as your truth is your walk in life. Begin to gently press yourself all the way up as you feel ready, finding a comfortable seat, not worrying too much about what direction you face. Just find yourself upright, with the eyes remain closed, really stay connected inward. Sit up tall, let the shoulders roll back, let the heart start to shine forward a little bit more. And notice that stillness that lives within. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. And together we bow down into that stillness, the place where our truth resides, our knowing, our wisdom. In that place, we connect us with